Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Nice jacket. Thank you. We just went out and got coffee at 6:30 in the evening. 'Cause why the fuck not? Why not? I hadn't had coffee yet today, and I just felt so blah. So we went out. I got a donut too. I ate it already though. Yes, it's a Nintendo shirt. It's from Momono World. Momono.world. They make such good t-shirts. I have so many. I love this Nintendogs one. It's very cute. Hi. Hello. I wanted to stream a lot earlier today, but it just did not work out. But that's okay. That's okay. Girl, the boycott. This is the Sabrina Carpenter Shaken Espresso. It's so good. I'm like screenshotting the makeup of the drink so that way when it's gone from the menu I can still get it. Because it doesn't really seem like it's doing... I think the brown sugar part is probably a limited time, but... it's good. It has almost like a nutty taste to it. It's probably the oat milk that gives it that sort of flavor. I don't really ever have oat milk, so... Rancher Lex, 100 stream streak. Thank you so much. Hello, Alex. Hello, Huntober. Chris. Vitamin B. Hello, hello. Marble Sky, Nappin, Shrub Crossing, Tori, Damien. Hello. Wait. Is the bus still running? I guess the bus is still running. Thank you for the 255 stream streak, Jargon. Thank you. We did watch Drag Race last night. Very mid Snatch Game. Anya did great. I thought Jules had some funny lines too. It's blood. I liked that. But overall, pretty mid. Pretty mid Snatch Game. I really feel... Hello, Toadley. Hello, Zelina. Kebra. Fishman. Marinated Mars. Squidly Diddly. Hello, hello. Maddie. Gavy11. Anya's was crazy. And I was like getting nervous for her. I'm like, oh my god, she's using up all her good like Eddie Murphy isms in the workroom and in the confessionals. But like, no, it was really fucking good. It was like... It was really fucking good. I liked it. Susie's... Susie, I think, did one of those Snatch games that if RuPaul fake laughed just to like... just for the edit, like, I really feel like Susie's, if RuPaul found it funny and the editors like played laughing, I think it would have been seen very differently. It's one of those where I'm like, they decided that they didn't want it to work. Was it the strongest? Absolutely not. But it is one of those ones where like, there's some funny stuff there that if they wanted to lean into it and like give it a more favorable edit, they absolutely could have done that. But yeah, I was really surprised because like I thought it was so funny when Susie picked that character because that is just such like such a good Snatch Game person to do. Like it's very funny. Suddenly Seymour. Like there's stuff there. But yeah, it didn't land for some reason. I definitely feel like they were like, ooh, a storyline's brewing where like the girls will, we'll lean into it. I definitely agree. I definitely agree on that. But very safe. Very safe. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed because I was like, oh, there is a lot of good material you can do with that kind of character who can't enunciate. Because like RuPaul, like there are sometimes when a character like says gibberish. Like when anyone plays Liza, and then like they say something in gibberish and RuPaul goes, "Oh," and then starts laughing, but RuPaul was not having it that day. Because that's such like a thing that people do on Snatch Game. It's like, and it's like they fucking hold up the thing, and it's like, oh, that's what she was saying. I don't know. It was very like she decided she wasn't gonna find it funny. Anyway, hello baller. I do not know what eras of Trish dates I'm going to just yet. I'll definitely be at the LA one just because it is local. But I kind of like the idea of going to some random ass date. It's just tough. The turnaround time for the podcast is pretty tough, and I do not love Line as well, so I'm busy most of the week, and then on the weekends is kind of my time to like chill. If you go to the one in Florida, let me know. I don't think there is one in Florida. I don't think she's doing any in Florida. You should come to Massachusetts. I do love Massachusetts. I used to go there a lot. I dated a guy in Boston for a while, and I loved taking Amtrak to it. That's a good idea. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely LA, though. That's definitely the one I'm going to go to. But yeah, literally, like, I think did shows start this weekend? I think her first ones were this weekend. It's kind of, maybe next weekend. It's in April, so it's going to be beautiful. We do need to take an East Coast trip soon, because I visited my dad for the wedding, his wedding back in September. And I didn't get to actually like go into New York City and stuff because we just didn't have the time. Our flights got fucked over, so our like day before the wedding that was gonna be like downtime chill became we slept all day because our flight was delayed so much. But yeah, so I really want to go back. I've been missing New York. I know it snowed there today, and I was very jealous. It's been snowing there a lot lately, and the last like few years I was living in New York before I moved, it didn't really snow very much, so I'm feeling a little jealous. Lauren, thank you for the 57 months, by the way. Thank you. Hi, Jimmy. It's been a bit. I'm in the middle of a D&D game, so I can't stay, but hi, hope you're well. Well, you probably already left, but hello. Enjoy your D&D. The snow is rain now for the past couple hours, going on tomorrow. I do miss it. We have a big window in our apartment here in LA, and there were a couple times like around Christmas, or it's just like, ugh, I just wish it would snow in California. I wish, because like that, it would literally make it like the perfect place for me to be at the moment, because like it just was like, oh, it would be so nice to like watch the snow fall out of our big window. It's cute. I do miss it. I do miss it a lot. But it was very nice today. It was a very nice sunny day today. Warm weather. I went outside because I got files delivered today for Not Love Line. And I was expecting it to be cold because it's been like pretty cold and rainy and awful this week, like weather-wise. And when I went outside, it was like sunny. Excuse me, sunny. I was wearing a jacket. I didn't need it. It was so nice. Your hair looks really good. Thank you. I think we've got another month before I get it retouched. Because I would really like to be blonde again. And I'm riding out. I do like the frosted tips. I do. But like, I'm ready to be blonde. Like, it's addicting. But I'm very nervous I'm going to destroy my hair if I go too often. So I'm like, okay, like every 6 or 7 months I'll do it. So I got it done back in October. So I feel like March is a good half year. Let the blonde parts grow out so I can get my natural virgin hair back and touch it up. But I do like the frosted tip. It really is like the tippity tips of my hair. Like, it's very much frosted tips. It looks cool. It looks very cool. There are some days where I don't like it, and I'm just like, oh, I just wish it was all one color. But today's one of the days where I'm like, it looks pretty sick. It does look nice. You just snatched. I snatched this up this morning. I love when she does that and Maddie's like, oh, right. Ay. I love your editing so much on the podcast. Thank you. I always like reading the comments on Just Trish because people will timestamp the like. I'll put the podcast is like 2.5 to 3 hours long, typically, and I'll put like a funny little picture on screen for like literally like 2 to 3 seconds of the podcast. And I love going to the comments and seeing people timestamp and going like, OMG, Jimmy, I'm dead. Oh my God. I'm like, oh. They were looking at the screen at just the right moment. I do not read the comments on Not Loveline. Mostly because I don't do anything crazy editing-wise on there. I just don't feel like I have the opportunities as often with it on Not Loveline as I do with Just Trish, just because the topics are so different. And also, like, I just feel weird. Like, a lot of the audience from Not Loveline is obviously, like, coming from Tana's audience as well. Like, it's probably pretty evenly split between the two girls. And I'm like, I worry that they're not, like, used to my, like, little editing things that I do. So that I don't want them to find me annoying. But Just Trish, that's home. I was telling Dallas, I was like, editing Not Loveline, like, definitely feels more like work just because it's, just because I have to do more, like, annoying Adobe Premiere things, like doing the captions on screen for the phone calls is annoying just because Adobe Premiere, like, auto-generates the captions and they're always wrong, so I have to go in and fix them. But otherwise, I like it. But it's a lot more technical. Just Trish, especially because I've been doing it for a year now, and I know them all, like, relatively well at this point. Oscar probably the most I talk to, but like, I've met Trish and Moses multiple times and been on the show. I'm like, that's home. Like, I don't get stressed about, like, doing a good job. Like, it just kind of comes naturally to me at this point. And I look forward to hearing what they have to say. Like, it feels like I'm a fan as much as I am working on it. So, it's fun. I love doing Just Trish very much. Hyoyeon from Girls' Generation has been blonde for 14 years and she's still hanging in there. Never a root showing. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know Girls' Generation was still a group. I remember when one of them left. I think her name was Jessica. I was never, like, super into the group, and I think I probably started listening to their music after she left. But I remember, like, suddenly there's only 8 of them, which is so crazy that, like, yeah, only 8 people in this group. It's so funny. If the sun has no haters, I'm dead. I go in and out of what I like. I think I just generally enjoy, like, the physical response my body has to sunlight in terms of, like, dopamine and, like, positive mood regulation. I think it like, I love a rainy day once in a while, for sure. But if it's, like, a couple days in a row where it's just, like, overcast and gloomy and cold, I'm just like, I just need a day where I can just, like, stand in the sun for a minute and just, like, feel it wake me up. I need it. I crave it. And thank you for the 45 stream streak. I miss the old Jimmy. I was going through, there's like a Instagram story thing where, like, it's like, you in 2017, ugly or not, you gotta post your contribution to this sticker or whatever. I wasn't gonna do it because I did look through pictures of me from 2017 and I got triggered. I was like, ugh, too twinky. I don't like it. I don't think I look cute. Which is mean because I probably was adorable, but yeah, I like, it's so weird. I don't even, like, think of myself as the same person. Even, like, or, like, pre-COVID, like, or, like, early COVID. I'm like, who the hell is that? It's so weird. Like, my mannerisms are almost like, different. It's very odd. You should get a lamp in your face as though you are a plant. Ooh, that sounds good. Does a tanning bed offer the same feelings as like a sunlight lamp? Because it is UV, but probably not, right? I don't really, I'm not interested in a tanning bed. They are not very healthy, but also I'm just terrified I'm gonna get stuck in there. Like in Final Destination. I think it's the third one. Too scary. No interest. Are UV, or I guess it's not a UV lamp, but like a... What are those lamps that people use for like seasonal depression? Are those really bad for you? For your skin? I feel like they're called sun lamps or something. Yeah, it's probably just like, it's the actual like visual of sunlight rather than the actual like UV rays. Yeah, no GT, it's not GTL, just GL. I did go to the gym today. Yeah, seasonal affective disorder lamps. Sad lamps, which is hilarious. When you want to feel like a lizard in its enclosure. Friends of mine that I used to visit often had a lizard. And I would just sit there and watch it eat crickets. Like live crickets. Like if they were still asleep and I woke up early, I would sit and I would just stare at their fucking lizard for like 30 minutes. I found it so interesting. Do lizards feel affection for their owners? I feel like there are a lot of animals that, like, just don't... They don't have that same, like, relationship. I feel like the only non-dog that I would ever own... There is a little part of me that's like, I would love beetles. Like, if I was rich as fuck and I had, like, a huge terrarium, I would just want to get a bunch of, like... rhinoceros beetles and watch them fight each other. Beetles are so good. They're very cool. I do find them probably the only bug that I don't get, like, kind of... It's weird. I don't get, like... I'm not afraid of bugs except for roaches. I have developed such a uncomfortability with roaches because of my last apartment, but I'm not really like weird about bugs, but I don't like care about them either. Like I'm not intrigued by them, but I do think beetles are cool as fuck. When are you getting a massive terrarium and have ant wars? I have watched this guy on YouTube who's like, I'm adding another terrarium to my ant colony. And it's like an entire room of like interconnecting tubes. I'm like, this is insane. Like this is, I respect like the intrigue of it, but I just can't with the like the fear of like them getting out. And then I would just, how do you return them to where they came from? He's a diva, by the way, and good for her. Good for her. I'm fine with beetles till they start flying around. Ooh, I didn't know they fly. That might change things. I had some blue feigning death beetles and they were the best. I just love getting them in any game. Like Animal Crossing. They're annoying to find, but I often have to go get them in Genshin. They're these purple beetles in Inazuma for Heizo. If you play Genshin, you know what I'm talking about. They look like Heracross, but they're purple and they're really cute. And I hate having to go find them, but I do like how they look. Were you a kid that caught lizards or crawfish? No, because no, because I didn't grow up anywhere with lizards or salamanders. I remember when I first moved to Florida, I would see salamanders all the time. And I would stop to take a picture of them all the time. Because I was like, holy shit. There's just little geckos all over the place. And Dallas would be like, "Oh my god, hurry up! Like, why are we stopping?" Because I'm like, "There's a lizard." He's like, because he grew up in Florida, he would see them all the time, so he didn't think they were interesting. And I was like, "Bro, there's a fucking lizard right here!" Like, oh my god, salamander, whatever. I know that they're not the same as a reptile; they're amphibians, but whatever. It's all lizards to me. Um, but yeah, I used to. When I lived in Florida, I was so intrigued by them for the first like year or two, and I would always stop and look at them, and I just found them cute. But eventually I just kind of got like over it. I just didn't care anymore. I was like, I see them all the time. I remember the first time I saw an I was with Dallas. It was like when we first started dating. I don't know if we had moved in together yet. I think I'd just been visiting him in Orlando. And on the side of the road was an armadillo. And I didn't know that they were like native to Florida, like they just lived there. I thought like, oh, I've only ever seen armadillos at the zoo, and I assumed they lived in Africa and were brought to the zoo. So I was like, oh my god, is that an armadillo on the side of the road? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, we have to call somebody. Like, I thought it got loose from a zoo. And Dallas was like, no. Armadillos give desert vibes, TVH, you're valid. Thank you! Thank you! But yeah, I was like, what? They were like, yeah, they just live here. I was like, holy shit. And then there was one time we were walking Ruby on a hiking trail and I saw an armadillo. And it was pretty far from us. Like, they can carry a lot of disease, so you should keep your dogs away from them. But it was far enough away that I was like, I want to stop and take a picture. I was taking a video for my dad and sister, because, like, can you fucking believe there's an armadillo here? And Dallas ruined the clip because you can hear him being like, what are you doing? Hurry up! Why are you stopping? Yelling at me. It's probably on my old phone. I didn't send it to my family. I'm like, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. But they would have been gagged to see an armadillo. Apparently there are parts of Florida with monkeys. That's fucking crazy. That was when I wasn't medicated. Wow. I grew up in the Bronx and moved to Texas to pursue acting. Ooh, congratulations. Good luck, girl. Do you ever run into a gator in Florida? I think only one time. Dallas was like, look, there's a gator over there. But fortunately, no. I was always so afraid. So afraid. I was so nervous that they would, because they can, like, they're very fast in short bursts. And I just was so afraid they would charge and, like, get Ruby if we were too close to the water. I was very afraid of them. What about bears? I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a bear. I think I saw one once when I went to my family's house in Pennsylvania, my aunt's house, because I lived in the Pocono Mountains. Wayne County, Beach Lake, Pennsylvania. And I would see deer all the time. All the time I'd see deer. I think maybe there was a bear once. But yeah, I fortunately have not. There might have been a bear one time when I went to this like weekend camp called Camp Jewel, YMCA in Connecticut. Got the ooh, ah, the or report. I said ooh, ah, or report. Shake, shake, shake. We'd sing that in the mess hall. And they would tell us how much food we wasted. They would get all the newcomers the first meal, because it was buffet style food. They would get all the newcomers the first meal and like the first dinner, and everybody would, they would, oh my god, it's a buffet, wow, like, and it's all paid for already, like, whatever, cool, like, just get as much food as I can fucking fit on my plate. and then I go sit down, and then I don't finish like half of it. And I was like, oh, fine, I'll throw it away. The next morning, they go, it's time for the the Ort report. I said, Ort report. A shake it, shake it. And then they say, Ort is our word for food that could have been eaten, but you did not finish and you threw away. And here is how many pounds of Ort you all fucking let go to waste at dinner last night. And it's always like 300 pounds because there's so many people. And it's like, oh shit, that's humiliating. And then you just watch as like throughout the weekend, people are a lot smarter about their portions. And by the end of the weekend, they're like, you only wasted 15 pounds of Ort. And everyone is like, wow. Because it's like, you can always go, if you want more food, go up and get it after you're done with your first thing. Don't just hoard it, because then if you don't eat it, it goes to waste. It was to teach you about, like, people going hungry. Alex Feeder mentioned count 1. She's got a quota to meet every stream. The call's coming from inside the house, girl. The HAUS girl. I hear America runs on Duncan. I did get it today. 2 if you count jargon stream. But yeah, I think what's it called? I think there was a bear one time at Camp Jewel. That was it. What is the heart? Share the love. Lovely badge was earned by users who shared their favorite Twitch clips in February 2025. How weird. Share the love! Everybody say love! Should we do some resets? Should we try to get some Lapras in today? After all this chatting and yapping? Tell it to my heart! Tell me I'm the only one! I'm turning my captions on. I can see from your background you have ADHD too! You have ADHD and a lack of closet space. Wow, amazing. I don't know if this ladder is ever leaving my background. I really don't know. She's just a permanent cast member. It's so ridiculous. I just start putting cute stuff on it. I have triple checked now. This Lapras is not shiny locked. However, it will always have the same nature and like IVs and ability, which is so weird. But nope, this Lapras is not shiny locked. It is possible to get shiny. It's a decorative ladder. We bought it to paint our living room, and then we don't have anywhere to put it. So when we have guests over, it just comes in here because we don't want to have a ladder in the middle of our room, our living room. You basically have an L-shaped desk now. I guess. I need to get rid of this frickin' dresser. It's broken and it barely holds any clothes anyway, so I just gotta put it outside and let somebody take it. I don't even think it's worth selling on Facebook Marketplace, because I'd have to sell it as a broken one, so I'd be basically giving them the thing for like a third of the price. I'm like, I just don't care. I'm just gonna let somebody take it from the street. Yeah, I need to clean out the closet. I need to go through all my clothes that are in there to make room. I just got so much shit to do, and I never have the time to do it. So were the 2 black and white movies necessary? Oh, how they did, like, a version with Zekrom and a version with Reshiram for Victini. I don't think I watched either of them. Because I didn't know that they were on Cartoon Network when they were airing, and I also just didn't care about the black and white anime for a long time. And then eventually I binged it all, because they had all the episodes on Pokemon.com for free. And then I eventually ended up seeing every single episode. But yeah, there's 2 versions of the Victini movie. And there's some different side characters, too. Like, there's a shiny... I want to say shiny Golurk in one, and then the other one's like a shiny... something else. They're just mid as fuck. Ash, like, almost dies from being too high up in a hot air balloon or some shit like that. It's so... I don't care. The Pokemon movies, I stopped wanting to watch them after the Arceus movie. The Arceus movie is pretty just fine. The Giratina movie fucks. Shaman is such a little bitch. And I really like the Darkrai movie too. I don't remember the Zoroark movie very much. I watched it probably one time. Hydreigon? Yeah, probably that one. Do people like the Jirachi one? I do. I think a lot of people do. I think Destiny Deoxys is a lot better, though. Destiny Deoxys is, like, my favorite Pokemon movie. Because it has Blaziken, Deoxys, Plusle, Minun, Munchlax, and Rayquaza in it. Like, all of my fucking favorite Pokemon are in that movie. I did like the Latias movie. I did. This song... I'm gonna pull up a song from it that I love. I love this song. I have it on VHS. I really, really want a VHS collection. My mini CRT I got on Facebook does not have a VHS player or DVD player in it. So I'll have to get my VHS player from my dad's house. I did take a couple of those Pokemon Go, like, AR photos with Latias in Venice. And my family was like, why are you stopping? And I'm like, to take a picture. Which, like, in the moment, I was just like, oh, I'm being so annoying. Being on my, like, playing Pokemon Go and taking photos. And then I thought about it. I'm like, how unheard of. Someone being in a city in a country they've never been to before taking photos. Like, actually, fuck them for getting mad at me. My family, I love my family, but we all have very different... Our Venn diagram does have some overlaps, but we all have very different personalities, and I'm the only one of the 3 of us to ever go to therapy, so when my family butts heads, it's not great, and that trip really tested us a lot. Like, I don't think I will ever travel with my family, my immediate family, like, ever again. Hello, Ivan. That is a very cute frog. You need the Shrek TV? That would be sick. My friends, I think, had a SpongeBob TV. I feel like I remember them having a SpongeBob TV growing up in their playroom. They had such a cool playroom. They had, like, built-in shelves on the wall, and I just, like, I visualize sometimes, and I think about how pretty that room was. It had a computer in it. I would always go on the computer at their house because it was faster than mine. It had Windows XP. I only had Windows 98 on a shitty laptop that my mom would only have sometimes from her job. So like once every few months I would get to play Club Penguin and it would chug. I want that TV with a built-in Dreamcast. I want that car with a built-in N64. I remember my dad one time, he got a Honda Odyssey. He upgraded to a minivan when his like new lease happened with his car, and it was cool because he got it because like my sister, he was always like driving my sister and all her friends to like their basketball games and stuff, so it had like a utility purpose. And then he was just like, let's splurge, let's get the TV and let's get the DVD player that like comes in the car so you can like watch movies in the back seat. It was the coolest thing. We had it for about a year, maybe 2 years, before my dad was like, I can't afford this. But it was cool for like the 2 years that we had it. And I remember realizing that it wasn't just like a DVD player like you put in the disc. It also had like AV cables, like the red, white, yellow cables. So we had a plug and play Pac-Man that we would keep in the car and like just play Pac-Man on the TV. But I remember one time I was like, it was a Christmas Day. I had just gotten Sonic Unleashed and we were supposed to go to my family's house in Connecticut, my aunt's house. And I was like, oh, I just want to play Sonic. And then I had the realization, I can play Wii in the car on the way there, in the car on the TV. So I had the Wii on my lap in the back seat, plugged in on this tiny little screen. I'm squinting, but I'm playing Sonic. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Hello, Bucky. That's a very cute emote. Is that a pride emote? It's very cute. That must have been uncomfortable as fuck. I didn't even care. I don't even think I noticed. And you got a migraine. I have heard about people getting Botox for migraines, and I have thought about getting it like a tiny little bit, because I do get really bad like headaches in my like forehead. Like this, like my brow line is always where I get my headaches. But then I heard that there are some people that if they have very active eyebrows, much like myself, that the Botox almost induces headaches because they're constantly trying to move their eyebrows. And I'm like, I just can't win. So I don't think I'm going to do it. I also heard about Botox in your armpits for sweat, but I heard that that barely works. And I used to consider doing that, but I just don't care anymore. I'm like, I sweat, I stink. Twitter loves it, I don't care. But for a while I was very insecure about it because I would just stain like all my fucking t-shirts. I ruined so many t-shirts with sweat stains. I don't think I'd ever get Juvederm on my lips. I have no interest. I think I have like cute lips, like naturally. I don't think I need. Sweating is good. Sweating is good, but I take antidepressants and it increases the already intense amount of sweat that I already would make by a lot. Although I will say I don't sweat on hot days nearly as much here in California as I did back in Florida. I think just everything about the humidity in Florida was just a horrible sensory experience all around for me. We were at Target today, and we were at the self-checkout, and Dallas and I went to separate self-checkouts. Which, Dallas, if you're watching, can you put my Yakult in the fridge? I forgot to do it when we got home. But Dallas, anyway, so I was like, I told Dallas, I was like, I'm just gonna put my stuff. I already did, thank you. ADHD. I forgot, I wasn't the one that brought it in the house, so I forgot it even existed. I was like, oh, I don't need a bag because I was only getting Yakult and AA batteries. So I was like, I said to Dallas, I'm like, I'm just gonna put my stuff in your bag. And he said, if you're gonna give me 5 cents. And like, clearly that was a joke. But my brain, of course, was like, oh, okay, then I'll just get my own bag. Like, sorry. And he was like, why did you take me seriously? And I'm like, I don't know how else to reiterate that I am autistic. Like, it's moments like that that remind me. I'm like, oh. Oh, yeah. You absolutely are the one who brought it in the house. Oh, that's even more concerning then. I just don't think you were nice to Benson Boone. I was thinking about it more last night, actually. And I was just like, I don't want to see straight men parading around doing shit that Adam Lambert was like demanded to apologize for in 2007 or 8. I think that's what it is. If you're doing anything that Adam Lambert had to fucking apologize for, fuck you. Cause you just get to fucking do it and nobody says anything. Every few months, clips of Adam Lambert on like Good Morning America being asked like, how could you kiss another guy in front of all these children? Always comes back up and it just fucking riles me up and pisses me off again. I'm like, fuck these people. The entertainment industry missed out on Adam Lambert having an incredibly popular and prolific career because of homophobia. It pisses me off. Terrence, thank you very much for the 39 months. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Adam Lambert is going to be on Drag Race next week. He's so pretty. It's actually fucking crazy. What if you had an alliterated name like Benson Boone? What would it be? Jimmy John's? I used to get kind of annoyed at myself for rebranding my YouTube name to just my full legal name instead of coming up with like a fun stage name. Like a Conan Gray type name. But then I'm like literally the only Jimmy Wetzel in the world that I like would have to compete with. Like, actually, it's fine. People may not always know how to spell it, but one day they will. Light, thank you for the 48 months. Did you get any discount chocolates? No, because I'm not really a big chocolate person. I'll have like one Reese's cup, like a mini cup, and I'm like, I'm good. But if Halloween was all about sour gummy worms, did I say Halloween? I meant Valentine's Day. If Valentine's Day was all about sour gummy worms, I would care a lot more. People spelling my name without the H, it bothers me. It bothers me so much. Not because it's like wrong, it's because it's not symmetrical. Like it WHEZZ Z-E-L, that's 3. It's like perfectly a balanced number of letters between, with the T in the middle. Like, I'm just like, it just looks wrong. I hate how every ingredient sticks to your teeth, but love Twix. I've always been pretty, like, neutral on Twix. I didn't really have it very much, but I had a big Snickers era. Like, 10 years ago. I was always getting them. I think I'm one of the few people in the world that likes Three Musketeers, which is shocking, because I always thought it was a very popular candy, based on how many I would get on Halloween. Guess I'll just die. Bye! If you were a Christian content creator, you'd make the T in Wetzel into a cross. And I would go by James, because it's biblical. I think my confirmation name is Thomas, if I remember correctly. I wanted it to be Blaze, because of Blaze the cat. Because there is a Saint Blaze, but it's spelled B-L-A-I-S-E. And I remember somebody told me it was gay. So I went with Thomas instead. Which also has some meaning to me, because I did grow up loving Thomas the Tank Engine, but... Like, ugh, so annoying. Blaze is cunt. I mean, cavant. If I was religious, I would not have a favorite Pokemon, because that is satanic. I would not have a favorite Pokemon. That is a false idol. I would denounce Pokemon. Tyler Oakley said F-A-G on stream without any qualms. I'm done listening to you. I was told by a person that works at Twitch that it's not necessarily you can't say it, it's about somebody getting offended and reporting you. I want to be banned. Honestly, it is iconic. Sonic. There's a shocking amount of conservative Christian Sonic fans out there in the world, which is crazy to me because every single character is queer and neurodivergent in some way. Sonic is woke as hell. Sonic's an environmentalist by in his truest of natures. Oh my god, did Anne's Unite name get banned? Oh my god, Knife Hatena. That's so sad. Your audience is too woke. My audience is not... I fear my audience might be not woke enough. Because some of these bitches are literally asleep right now instead of watching my stream. I'm nice Hatena now. That's so funny. And because I'm nice, they can't ban my name. That's so funny. Okay, hang on. Let me Google Translate what that fucking says before I say it. Esa es mi galleta. Ese es mi jugo. That was perfect. Wow. Thank you. I once got banned from so much chat because I made an ACAB joke twice in Adventure 2 and forgot I made the joke. But I won in the end because they're not in chat anymore. Say it in Luigi's voice. Oh. I can't really do Luigi very well. I can only do him going, Mario. Actually saying words as Luigi is very hard for me for some reason. Hi. There he is. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi. Little man. I love you. Oh, Ruby's in here too. She's laying on the floor. Here she is. Right here. Hi, little dude. You just want to sit? You just want to sit on my lap for a little bit? Hi, Rudy. Hi, Rudy. Hi, Rudy. Rudy. Hi. Did you know his name is Spanish? Is Soda? Oh my god. Soda. It's such a good name. He is very scruffy. I was looking at pictures of him from the day we got him. This fucking guy. What the fuck? Why are you putting your head like that? Why are you acting dead? You're not dead. You're alive. And he pretty much looks exactly the same except his fur is a lot shorter. He's so scruffy. You're so scruffy. Mwah. I love you. Thanks. Alright. See you later. Back to business. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. You're looking so thunder and lightning superpowers coated with your hair right now. Thank you. I do think it looks very cool. I haven't toned it in a while. I haven't used my purple shampoo in like 2 weeks. Because I had to switch back to Head and Shoulders because I was having a psoriasis sort of flare up on my head. So I was just using my Head and Shoulders in my shower. So it's a little brassy to me. But I think when I shower tomorrow, I will probably use purple again. I think you look rock type gym leader core, maybe steel. I can see that. I feel like this jacket, for some reason, kind of gives like steel type. It's a very cool jacket. It's denim. It's a denim bomber. It's fucking huge. Mel put it on. And they looked crazy. The sleeves are really long. I always have them like bunched up a little bit. But I got it to layer with like a hoodie, so I got it extra baggy. It's oversized already by style, but yeah. It's cute. It's very nice, just like going out jacket for this time of year. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised at the temperature variation here in California and how often I get to wear like layered cute outfits. You kind of look like you're bumping that. You just need some baggy boots. I want Charlie XCX's boots so bad. She looks so cool. every time. Are there any characters you're hoping for Sonic Racing? Tangle and Whisper, and Espio and Charmy.
What was the one that you and Hannah saw on that keychain? That's not usually...
Oh, Tikal.
We want to call.
Hannah and we saw a Tikal keychain in Little Tokyo. It was a like fan art keychain, but it was so cute. Surge would be cool.
We're out of Charmin.
Damn, bro. If you were a second gym leader, like one fully evolved and 1 2 mid stages, who would your team be? So I would be a fairy type gym leader.
Why is his tail wagging?
He's happy to see you.
He's so cute.
I'd probably be a fairy type gym leader, but I would use stuff that like got like retcon to fairy, like Whimsicott,
Mr. Mime?
Azumarill,
Not Mr. Mime.
and I would probably have
Impidimp.
Impidimp on my team, yeah. So
Base stage.
yeah, Impidimp would be like my lead.
We have a Grimmsnarl that you finish with because it's strong, or
Yeah.
is Milotic not fairy?
No.
That's
It would
crazy.
make a great fairy Pokemon though.
It would make a good Mega Fairy. Ooh,
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
that would be cool.
Not Wigglypoof.
Ah!
I like Wigglytuff.
I do.
I used to use Wigglytuff a lot in Fire Red Leaf Green because it learned Mega Punch.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I used to take it to that karate guy, right after you get out of, it's not Cerulean Cave. What's the one before that you have to take to get to Cerulean? Not Rock Tunnel. The one between rocks.
Mount Moon.
Yeah, gosh, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yeah, I used to there's a guy at Mount Moon and he'll teach Mega Kick and Mega Punch.
Yeah.
I used to teach a Wigglytuff both.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Quite literally. Or a Nidoking, but I almost never had a Nidoran, so I always forgot where to catch it. But you can go right to, you know how you go to Indigo Plateau and you have to check.
I love Xerneas so much.
Me too. Xerneas is my
Ruby,
favorite
what are you
Pokemon.
She's chewing on my book. Why does she do that? Only when we are in my office not paying attention to her,
It is strange.
she teethes on stuff.
This is so crazy.
Oh yeah, you can show it. I got this at DragCon. It's Mr. Isabel Brooks, and she wrote, "No more bottoms."
No more bottoms. Signed by Mistress.
Yeah.
Do Mega Kick and Mega Punch even still exist? I actually don't believe they're in the game still. They're not good. Like, there's no reason to use them.
Mega Punch is pretty good, but Mega
In old
Kick,
gen.
yeah,
Now there's
Mega
no
Kick
new.
is pretty. All right, what is she doing now? She's being a naughty girl. She does not like being picked up. You're so cute, Ruby. Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, Ruby, I just love you so much. I was getting very emotional today, thinking about picking her up from the shelter when I first got her, and how.
Because tell them why you thought of it.
Because you were talking about something.
I was singing to her about her first days with us. Because I'm a sensitive guy.
Yeah.
Y'all don't get to see that. I'm really sensitive. You thinking about you as a fairy gym leader, so cute.
Thanks.
I don't know why.
I just like that there's a lot of Pokemon that don't read as fairy types that are fairy types.
Me too.
Because there's a lot of grass types that I like, a lot of electric types. Like, there's just a lot of different types of Pokemon that I really like, but a lot of my favorites from each of those types are part fairy. Like, they got fairy type added onto them. So, fairy's my loophole for being able to have, like, a multi-type gym. Which is cool. I love that they made Granbull a fairy. Me too. It's so random and weird. I need my allergy spray. I haven't taken a Zyrtec today. I can feel it. I also don't have my fan in here circulating the air. Hi, Trudy. Okay. Back in action. Mr. Mime is fairy type because they're all gay. Mr. Mime getting fairy type was so good. I used Mr. Mime a lot. I always use, there's a Mr. Mime that you can trade an Abra for in Fire Red Leaf Green pretty early in the game. And I don't give a fuck about Abra, and I never want to trade to evolve it. So I always go and I catch one, and then I trade it for Mr. Mime, and I always have Mimian is its name. That fucker's always on my team. Mimian. I love it. It's very useful. Can the Mr. Mime be shiny that you trade for? I would assume yes. Because I know people hunt Farfetch'd. Chading. Anyone want a duo in Fort? I was supposed to play Marvel Rivals today with Oscar from Just Trish, but he might have forgotten. I think maybe he found out that he didn't need to get gold competitive rank by the 21st like he thought he did, so maybe we're not doing it anymore. Which is fine with me, because I get to stream and then I will just play City Skylines tonight. Which I am so addicted to again. It's been a long time since I've been so into this game. The last time I was this into City Skylines was when it like first came out in like 2015, 2016. And I've like picked it back up like once in a while over the course of the last few years, but I always only play it for like a few hours and then I'm done. But like I've been playing every day for hours. I think it's because my city is doing really well. I'm not like crashing and burning economy wise for some reason this time compared to all my other attempts. I don't really understand why that's the case, but my city is going really well, so I think that's probably why. I haven't scanned this amiibo yet, but I do have him. I'm excited for Pokemon Day. It's like, what, 12 days away? I'm ready for ZA footage. On the 21st, we're going to the Pokemon Go Univator at the Rose Bowl in here in California. It'll be the first Pokemon Go event that I've ever been to. I did buy us tickets for a Philadelphia one back in the day, but that was when the pandemic first started, so they canceled it. So we never went. So I'm excited. So it gets some fresh air. I'd watch you play Skyline on stream. Really? I've had a few people say that they would watch me play it, and I haven't streamed it because I'm like, I feel like people would think it's really boring. But if enough people are interested, maybe. It's very nice for me to like zone out and just like chill. I don't have much to say, although I am developing a new area. For some reason, I can't. I have certain DLC packs, like I have the park expansion and the zoo expansion, but it's not letting me use them. I think it's because of certain mods that I'm using is causing them to not work right. But I like the mods that I'm using more than those expansions. So I'm going to figure out how I can get it to work, because I'd love to do a stream where I build a zoo and manage that. I think it'd be cute. But right now, I went from $1 million to like 60,000 because I expanded my railroad like crazy. And right now, my city, one of the main forms of transportation is cable cars going up and down, because I'm playing on a mountain map. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I'm always watching the cable cars full of like max capacity passengers constantly go up and down my mountain. I'm like, oh, it's so effective. My rivers are not brown anymore, as far as I remember. Because I finally have, like, eco-friendly sewage, I think. So I don't think my river's brown anymore. It might be in one spot, but that part is out of my region of management, so it's not my problem. Why the fuck are you playing games off stream? What the fuck? I remember one time, it wasn't somebody who was responding to me, but it was somebody who I do know used to come to my streams responding to somebody else. And there was a streamer that, like, they were watching that, like, had to take a day off, and they were raging at them, like, how dare you not stream, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my god, like, I need you to stop being a wetsy right now, because do not try that shit with me. It was crazy. I need to flame your city layout. My city layout is fucking fierce. There's like no traffic jams except for one tiny part, and it's random when it decides to flare up. But my city layout is fierce. I don't have it's like I don't have like a grid city. I have like like
the ends.
Yeah. I have like a bunch of like curved and like windy roads. I was trying to build it like, I watched a video that was like, do you want to make like a European countryside looking town? And I was like, yeah. So I just like followed that tutorial. That should be all of them. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Mandom. How do you feel about the new Smurfs movie? I actually haven't watched the trailer yet. I remember seeing the one with Neil Patrick Harris. I saw that in theaters. I had a little Smurf era. No pun intended. I had a Smurf era for like a few months. Because I went to FAO Schwartz in Manhattan as a kid. And they had a bunch of little Smurfs minifigures. And I bought a bunch of them. And I was like, oh, Smurf era. It did not last long. I realized I don't fucking care about the Smurfs. I remember that movie has like a 4-minute long, basically Guitar Hero ad in the middle of it. Where all the Smurfs work together to play Guitar Hero. They added an influencer Smurf, but they changed it to Vanity Smurf by adding a flower on his head.
I switched to just 2 half a teaspoon. I'm not doing the full.
That's fine. What's the Smurf movie where Smurfette turns evil? I saw so many funny as fuck AMVs using that scene of her turning gray and then mean. Because I guess she was like not a Smurf, but they made her a Smurf by like giving her a potion or something. I don't know. I don't really know the lore of it all. That was Smurfs too. So excited for Rihanna Smurf. Her coming back to music for a Smurfs movie is so fucking funny. The finger on the monkey's paw curls. Need a break from my jacket. When I was at the gym, so I have this water bottle with gay little Mario on it, right? And gay little Wario, right? So I bring this with me to the gym, and if I'm like working out near like high schoolers, I like turn it away because I'm like, they don't need to see that. But if I'm working next to like a grandpa that also like looks homophobic, I also turn it away. So like last week I was working out near this old man, and I had my water bottle, and then I was like, oh shit, he could see my gay little stickers. So I turned it facing away from him because I didn't want him to be like homophobic about it. And then I went back like 2 days ago, and that same old man was working out near me. And I had my water bottle, and I saw him like wrap his head around to like look at the stickers. I was like, because like they were not facing him, and he was like, I gotta check and make sure those gay stickers that I like are still on that guy's water bottle. I'm like, he was curious. Did you get any stickers like Dallas's Pokemon ones? Yeah, we bought a whole sticker pack, but we both have Stanleys, and the stickers are peeling off of Dallas's bottle, so I haven't put them on mine because like my biggest like all-time like sensory thing I can't handle. I already have like a weird thing about stickers, but a sticker peeling off of what I stuck it to. Oh my god, it is like the worst. I like can't even be around it. I can't even be fucking around it. Like it makes me so uncomfortable to even look at it. So I'm very picky about stickers. I don't really understand why I'm like this. The smaller the sticker, the more uncomfortable I am with it for some reason as well, which is very bizarre. I'm gonna make you a dress of peeling stickers. I would kill myself. I would kill myself. I was going through fan art the other day on Tumblr, and I came across somebody did fan art of me. It's like old as fuck, like 10 years old almost. They did fan art of me, and they were shipping me with like their friend. And it made me so uncomfortable to look at that. I did not know it existed. It was like a 10-year-old post. It was fucking weird. It was really... I was so uncomfortable. Hey, so that's insane. People used to be much more parasocial back then, and I don't miss it. I don't think that they are any less parasocial. I just think that I mean, like, literally look at, like, any fan of, like, the Dream SMP section of the internet. Like, it's the same shit. So what do you think it is about you that just called these types of people? I don't know. Because they don't stick around anymore. And even then, like, I don't know. It's very weird. There was just such an era from, like, 2015 to 17 where, like, I had a very weird, some very parasocial people that interacted with my stuff that I don't think I really... I think they just liked me because I was, like, associated with people they liked more. And they... I don't know. Me taking, like, a year or two away from the internet because my computer broke, so I couldn't even stream. And then I couldn't make money to fix it because I couldn't stream. And I wanted to kill myself. Being offline for, like, a good year and a half was a good, like, purge for anybody who, like, wasn't, like, ride or die for me. And it allowed me to, like, really garner a following of people that, like, fuck with me for me and nobody else, which is cool. So anyone that started watching my streams from that point, like, early, and stuck around, or found me, like, during COVID from Animal Crossing and stuff, I'm like, I like, just, we see each other. I just feel a lot, like, more like, that's my people, you know? Because I do have a lot of people that still watch me from, like, 2015 and even earlier than that. But they stuck around. A lot of people didn't. And that's how I know that I was like, oh, this is, like, true Wetsy-ship. A lot of people have been finding me through Just Trish, which is cool, too. It really is interesting seeing us grow up with our audience, and now we're all adults, but they are still hanging out. Yeah, it's cool. I get a lot of messages like that from people. Like, I'll follow somebody on Instagram just because, like, I think they're hot, or I like their clothes, or I like their art, or they do, like, fitness content, and then I'm like, oh, this is actually really great. I didn't know how to do this. We need to talk. And, like, I just follow random people, and then they're like, oh my god, I used to watch your videos. Oh my god, I love your videos. Oh my gosh, I was a little closeted gay kid too. And when you came out, it made me more comfortable being out myself. And I was just like, oh. Like, that's so fucking cool. Technically, I discovered you from the Metopia videos, but I didn't realize it was the same person when I found your Twitch. I had that happen a few times before. Somebody... I got a message on Instagram, like, yesterday or the day before. And they were like, oh my god, Jimmy, they mentioned you on Just Trish today. And then the next message is like, oh my god, I just checked your bio. You what? You work for them? And then I responded, I was like, I've been on the show too. They were like, holy shit. It was very cute. I still remember where I was when you reviewed Stardew Valley. That was basically my coming out video. I felt like I was like... I didn't really feel comfortable making one. I came out in the era where people did make coming out videos. So, like, it wouldn't have been weird for me to do it. But I just kind of felt uncomfortable doing it. And I knew that, like, my audience was, like, the people that found me... Because I hadn't done Game Grumps yet, so I didn't have, like, a lot of, like, queer people watching me just yet. It was a lot of, like, people that found me through, like, Digino Gaming and, like, other Hidden Block Normal Boots people. So it was a lot of, like, straight gamer guys that would be mean. My audience was, like, 95% male, so I was like, ugh, I'm not making a coming out video. People are just gonna be fucking mean and, like, mass unsubscribe from me. So I just did my Stardew Valley one instead, where it's like, I'm clearly gay going after this guy, and, like, that was, like, my way of being, like, it's about the game, but, like, I'm telling you about myself as well, and I thought I was so big-brained for that. But then after I did Game Grumps and my audience like became like 50-50. Like I had half men, half women watching. And I remember all of my like straight guy friends were like, "How the fuck do you have such a huge female viewership?" And I was like, I don't know. Now it's 95% women. I always assumed that my audience was more female oriented, but I do have a lot of gay guys that watch me, which I always just assumed that gay men only want to watch gay men that they find hot, and I never thought of myself as attractive for a long time, so I was like, well, gay men want nothing to do with me. But that's not the case. Women, gay guys, and me. An inkling. You are hot! Thank you. You're hot. I definitely do feel a lot better about myself. I don't have my sound effects, so we can't do the... I don't have it. And then you had your Bara arc. I really am in that right now. Five big booms! This song has put me to sleep. I can't. I can't. Who would your Greek godparent be? I don't know, like, anything about Greek mythology at all. So I unfortunately can't answer that question. The Virgin Mary, of course. Why is every dog in Canada named Zeus? What the fuck? Sometimes I get very, like, self-conscious about, like, my fitness progress, like, and stuff like that. And then I go through my, like, gym progress highlight on Instagram, and I literally, like, swipe through and, like, watch the progression happen in front of me. And I kind of gag myself. And that kind of stops my self-hatred mindset. I also have been realizing a lot lately that I follow a lot of men on Instagram that are most likely taking steroids. Hi, Soda. Hi. And while I do not shame them for it, it has allowed me to have a lot, like, better self-esteem where I'm like, oh, like, I'm not doing enough. They are just taking steroids. So it's actually totally reasonable that I don't look like that. This was my safe space as a queer woman. I just assumed everyone was a woman or non-binary until proven man. Gay men can give ick, no offense, unless you are gross. No, that's true. It's absolutely true. I used to not feel very, like, welcomed into, like, gay men spaces. Just because I just It can be very vain and shallow. And it's changing a lot, for sure. But I did used to feel that, like, a lot of gay men on the internet only interact with other gay men that they want to have sex with. And that still is, like, definitely a big aspect of things, but I definitely, like, know a lot more gay people online than I did even a year ago. And I do not assume that all of them want to have sex with me. I think they just think I'm nice and funny. And they want to be oomfies. I still don't feel too safe in gay clubs. I get that. I totally get that. I have, like, I weirdly want to go because I just think it would be kind of fun to, like, be in a club that I know is gonna play music I like, and I could just, like, dance, and, like, I know everyone else there is queer, but I just feel like it's gonna be a lot of people that are, like, very hot, and I'm gonna feel like the uggo next to all of them, which is more a me problem. But also, like, I feel like a lot of gay men go to gay clubs to, like, get drunk and grind on people and make out, and, like, that's totally okay. That's not something I'm interested in at all. So I'm just like, well, I don't really have a reason to go. But I'd like to go just because I think it'd be fun to, like, go to, like, it's like a party. Who doesn't want to go to a party? Me. Most days. I say no to most party invites that I get. But I don't know. Depends. I think I'd have more fun at a drag bar. I say that as if I haven't been to. I've been to several, and I always have a great time. But yeah, that's, like, really the only time I ever go to, like, a gay bar. Is, like, the focus is enjoying the drag queen performing, really. Just go. You're making up a scenario that might not even happen. Honestly, true. So true. If I go back to LA, I'd brave the gay club with you and Hannah. That would be fun. I said might, just in case it does. Dancing after a drag show is the cheat. Very true. Very true. Mandom not inviting me to go is hilarious. Well, I would assume that you would come. But also, I think you, even more than me, would never go. You really don't like doing social things that often. You're great in them, but you don't really like going out and stuff like that. I usually go to gay clubs when a drag queen I like is hosting an event there. Yeah. I really want to go. I've been invited so many times to Meatball's show out here in LA, Fat Slut. It's every, like, third Friday or something like that of the month. I really want to go, but I would be starstruck because, like, every gay guy that I follow on Instagram goes to this every time, and they always post pictures of themselves there, and I feel like, oh my god, I know too many people from the internet here. I can't deal. And they don't even know me. That's the funny part. Like, they're not gonna talk to me, but I would be so uncomfortable with the fact that I'm like, oh, I have been subscribed to your profiles. This is so embarrassing. I just want a big ass magnet right now. sometimes I don't have an interest in doing this, but sometimes I do think about how as a kid I did used to like the taste of the end of a battery. Like, my brain reminds me, remember how good this felt? Pickled Lennon, 64 months. Thank you, thank you. Like, just, like, licking the end of a Duracell is, like, it's such a weird taste. Like the taste of a Switch cartridge? No, that's bitter. The end of a battery is like, it's literally like metal, but it like gives a tingle. I want to say what the fuck, but I kind of know the taste. Like, I don't remember doing it, but I know. That was, you're tapping into your past lives. Did your mom know you did this? Probably. As a kid, I stuck a penny in an electrical outlet thinking it was like a piggy bank in the wall, and I got a shock. And I had a scar on my thumb, or one of my fingers, for like a good 7 or 8 years before it finally faded. I used to lie when I used to tell that story and be like, my cousins made me do it, because I was like embarrassed that I did that, and then I stopped lying because I'm like, actually it's hilarious. When I was 14 telling that story and it only happened 10 years ago versus now being in my 20s and it was 20 years ago, it's not as embarrassing because I'm not as close to that age anymore. So people know I've changed. And I can't change, even if I tried. I hear him laughing in the living room. And I can't change, even if I tried. I don't know the rest of the song. I hear myself singing from his laptop in the living room. I am doing a little country moment for it right now. Even if I wanted to. Oh my god, she's singing about Macklemore. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. Hi Soda, hi Ruby. Hi guys. That music video made me cry as a kid. I used to think I was gay, but I'm not. How emotional is that? Like, that's really where we were at in 2011. That's so crazy. Maybe a little later than that. Maybe like 2013. I remember crying as a kid when I watched Katy Perry's Firework during a commercial break on Teen Nick. They like aired it because there was a gay guy in it, and I remember it like made me cry, and then I was like, I can never watch this video again. It awakens these gay feelings in me, and I can't address that. Why did he think he was gay in the first grade? There's a surprising amount of people that know they're queer from a very young age. I was told I was gay by people as an insult a lot for a long time. And it kind of made me, like, not want to be gay because I didn't want them to be right. But yeah, I didn't really start to, like, ever really think about my, like, gayness until maybe I was, like, in 7th grade. It started to be, like, a thing that I actively was like, oh no, people think this about me, and I also kind of think it about myself. Uh-oh. I knew when I used to sit on the shower handle. I'm not one to talk. I had a whole strategy around a brown Sharpie. So, I can't come for you. Kids called me a liberal when I was 10. Not you libbing out at 10 years old. My new dog has moved in. He is in fact not 8 years, but a puppy. Oh. Okay. He's gained 10 pounds since our meet and greet. He's 50 pounds now, but he's a sweetheart. We've named him Odin. That's a great name. The pound majorly messed up his paperwork. Congratulations. Odin is such a good name. And you can call him Odie. That's Zeus's dad, right? That's Thor's dad, I think. At least in Marvel. Jimmy, how do you feel about the title Piggy of the Week? Okay, not to be that one friend that's too woke, but I don't necessarily love a bunch of the skinny queens going, Piggy, 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 you're Piggy. It makes me cringe a little bit. Just a little bit. But I also don't think it's that big a deal. Squealer, squealer, squealer! You're so disgusting! I need these dogs to stop opening my fucking door. Because I hear myself come from Dallas's laptop in the living room. As a fatty, I think it's in context, but I get it. Yeah, like, I don't actually, like, I'm not gonna try to cancel these girls for it. I think that's ridiculous. But I was a little bit like, oh. The twinks are calling people Piggy. I certainly wouldn't do that if I were them, but, you know. Well, let me outwoke you. Why does piggy equate to weight? That one Gumball clip where he's like, oh, so you're assuming doctors can only be men, and he sends out like a sonic boom when he like says that. And he's like outwoking this woke girl at his school or something like that. I, for one, am demanding an all big girl season as compensation so one can finally win. True. Yeah, in the episode, Gumball fully says, I have studied the ways of the social justice warrior, which is so crazy. Big girl season where everyone is at least 34 or older because Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think I would sooner want a season full of like queens in their 30s at the youngest versus like a bunch of young people that just happen to be bigger, because like I just need to see some seasoned people on my TV. Where can we find 16 Charlie Hydes? I liked Kyron a lot, but I was pissed Lavoie didn't win. I was so mad. Just because I'm like, I just want to see like these older queens get to win. I just love it. The younger ones can't always come back and do All-Stars. I'm yelling at the implication that the older queens have a few more years until they're done. Well, that's not what I meant. But, like, they're just gonna be like, I don't have the interest in doing this fucking TV show. Like, they're like, fuck this shit. They've scorned me. I'm too old for this shit. Like, their interest in playing the game of reality TV is depleted at a certain point, I feel. That's more what I meant. Like, I don't think Lavoie's gonna want to do Drag Race more than once. She didn't even watch the show before she went on it. I think Tempest du Jour can take the crown. Fuck Trixie. I love that clip. Canada has issues, but at least they have an older queen every season. Canada's biggest problem is crowning somebody that has no storyline every single time. Why would they make Michaela Couture the main character of the season to not crown her? Although I will say, she kind of flubbed that lip sync. She spent the entire thing like holding her headpiece up. So like, I think that instance is like a little bit more understandable. Like, she lost the lip sync. But like, so many times on Canada, they have this like weird, they like go into the season with who they want to crown, and they kind of don't budge even if the season plays out in a way that the person they wanted to crown doesn't necessarily like feel like the right choice based on the edit. Yeah, Minnie Wang and Perla had more of an arc than the winner. And I'm not saying that like the Virgo Queen doesn't deserve it. Like, she did really well. But they just didn't like, they didn't edit the season in a way that gets us to know her at all. If that makes sense. Like, it's fine to crown whoever you want to crown, But like, the edit should support that decision, so it doesn't feel like it's like out of nowhere or like narratively. Me too, Ivan. But I feel weird getting too heated about the outcome of a Drag Race decision. Just because I'm like, I would hate for it to get clipped and then the person see it and get their feelings hurt. Because I don't actually... pretty much... Even if there's somebody on Drag Race that I don't, like, click with, I have such a respect for them just for being a drag queen at all that, like, it doesn't really matter. Because, like, if I went to a bar and they were there, I'd be tipping. Absolutely. You know? But yeah, that was one where I was like... That just, like, narratively and, like, challenge win-wise made 0 sense to me. Like, Aurora Matrix had, like, 3 wins. It was just weird. And I thought she did the best in the finale, too. It was very odd. But at the end of the day, I really don't care. I tend to never disagree with main series US's wins, though. That's like the one season that I'm always like, alright. I liked everyone in the finale and wanted them all equally to be the winner, so I'm fine with it. I was definitely sad that Saphira did not win, but Nymphia did better in the lip sync. So it was nice after a couple seasons of the person who outperforms the other one in the lip sync not winning, Monet. It was like, well, Saphira might have been like slightly more my choice, but Nymphia did better in the lip sync. So, you know, they're actually playing by the rules of their own show. So I supported it. Did you agree with this week's elimination? Yeah, I did. There was a little part of me that wanted it to be a double sachet. Just because I think they haven't done it in a long time and it would have been gaggy. And I kind of thought they were going to do it because they've been saving people twice now. They've saved people with the dunk tank twice. So I was like, oh, they're probably going to do that and then eventually do a double elim. Because, like, we're on episode, what, 7 now? And there's still 10 queens. So I was like... it just felt like they were gearing up to do a double elimination at some point this season. But I remember the last time they did a double elimination on UK Season 3. People acted like RuPaul literally killed somebody. They were like, this is disrespectful to the queens. There were so many, like, think piece articles written about how fucking rude and insensitive it is for Drag Race to do that. And I'm like, oh my fucking god. Cry me a fucking river. It's a TV show. It's a fucking TV show. Like, it was so I don't think... I have a hard time thinking they'll ever do a double elim ever again. Like, oh my god. Is everybody... Like... It made me, for a split second, a reactionary, like, why is everything so woke? Like, why are we so fucking sensitive? Like, it's so annoying. It's fucking people in wigs dancing around on TV. Like, it's not that fucking deep. We are so woke, we've become unwoke. Honestly, though, I think I'd take people being overly woke than whatever the fuck we've got going on now. I am kind of gagged, and I think I'm glad that Corey King absolutely has a sense of humor about it. I'm, like, so gagged at Corey's run on the show. I really like her. But I really was like, oh, she's taking it from the promo. And I kind of love that she's like, I really thought I was taking it, huh? Like, I love that she's got a sense of humor about it. It's so funny to me. She's like, I can't believe in this moment I thought I was taking it. Like, she's got such a good sense of humor about the reality of, like, her performance on the show. It's very fun. I enjoy her very much.
I'm very honored to be in the presence of so many
locals. Hello, Megan. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Lana tweeted saying, if you have any hate for me, please send it to Corey. And then Corey saying, yes, I'll take it, but leave it on YouTube channel. I'll read every comment. That is so funny. That's so funny. Even Lana, I definitely am, like, not really connecting with her, like, run on the show. But, like, I still like this cast a lot. Like, I still like everybody. You know? Although I do gotta say, I think Lana was underappreciated in that Now That's What I Call Drag Queen music thing. Her getting, like, healed by Joella and, like, falling backwards in, like, the holy power of Joella's touch was so fucking funny to me. Also, I think Lana just has tall person posture. Yeah, I don't necessarily... I mean, in that moment, I'm sure she wasn't feeling great about herself. But, like, I didn't clock her posture at all until that one episode. And, like, I'm not one to talk. I'm not one to talk. So, I'm like, leave her alone. Leave her the fuck alone. I hope you're doing well too, Megan. Can you take a picture with your hips forward and your shoulders back and your toes sticking out and your tits out? What's that? What that TikTok audio? And you're turned 3/4 of the way around. It's like it's Pennywise talking. Jigsaw talking, not Pennywise. Overall, I'm just glad that this season is full of people that are speaking their mind. Even if, like, they flub in the challenge, like, they say what they're feeling. I appreciate that. They're not afraid to be like, I don't think you did well in this, and I'm gonna let you know. I appreciate it. I think everyone, even if they're not doing well in the challenges, they still give good TV, which I appreciate very much. What were your thoughts on Tarpgate from last week? Ooh. I lived. I kind of don't blame Anya for being like, I'm not gonna say anything in this moment. I'm gonna wait until you're a little bit more calm. I kind of agree. I don't necessarily think it was the right choice to make, but I do kind of think it might have been the choice I made because I'm afraid of confrontation like that. So I definitely don't think it was irrational for her to make that choice, but I definitely don't think it was the correct one to do. But yeah, who ruined my outfit? It's so funny. It's so fucking funny. I would have gone to tell her, not in front of everyone. Yeah, I think when she left, I probably would have been like, let me go after her and tell her. But I don't know. It's easier to just say it from the sidelines. I really don't know how I would react in the situation. Regardless, I'm so happy it happened because it was just so... Like, that's the type of shit that Drag Race needs. Because even if it's not, like, necessarily, like, kiki kaka, like, funny reading and catchphrases and, like, iconic shady moments, it builds discussion around the show. It has people talking and giving their thoughts on things, and it's water cooler talk. It's great conversation starters. What did you think of this? Did you guys see the episode? What did you think of this? This is how I would have reacted. It's great. It gives you something to talk about with people. I think the funniest part was after all that fighting, I think both of them were just safe. So it, like, didn't even matter. Which I think is the best part of it all. Because the preview made it seem like Lexi was going to be in the bottom two because of the sabotage. Also, loving the idea of a queen named Anya Nerve actually being annoying to people. Twice now. Snatch Game kind of cemented that I want Anya to win. For a while, I was like, my top three: Susie, Lexi, Anya. Like, I really like them the most this season. And I would say if it's a top four, I want Jules up there. But if it's a top three, that's my top three. But I think it might be a top four this year. But Snatch Game was like, okay, it's decided. I want Anya to win. But if I would really be happy with any of the four that I named taking it, to be honest. I really like everyone. I think Susie's gonna take the season. I thought that the editors were shaping that up. But the editors kind of, like, betrayed Susie this week. A lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of people, like, over Susie on Twitter this week, which makes me sad because I am not one of those people and I do like her. And it'll change. She'll do great in, like, a challenge an episode from now and everybody will be like, oh, I love Susie. Like, it's literally just, like, whatever the last thing they saw informs their opinion. So hopefully she's not online too much because in 6 days people will like her again. I'm glad she did an impersonation instead of a made-up character. Me too. Although, I don't mind when people do a made-up character if it's good. I hate it. Ugh. I, like, don't even want to talk about it just because I don't want it to seem like I'm punching down on this person. But the baby voice and, like, being like, I'm just a baby. And, like, in my day-to-day life, I'm just a baby. Like, oh, it was so unpleasant. Like, it was, like, cringe. It was so difficult to sit through. And, like, I don't necessarily think, like, Baby Cupid is necessarily a bad idea. But, like, it needed to be, like, horrifying prosthetics and you've got like one tooth. Like, you gotta like look like a baby, but then you can't like, I don't think you can also do the cuckoo caca. Like, I think you'd have to be like, I'm Cupid, but you like have the visual of like, you are bald, you have rosy cheeks, you've got one tooth, you've got maybe a binky, but you're like, I'm Cupid. Like, you know, like, I feel like you can't actually be a baby unless it's like you are like Jimbo level of like improv, like playing Shirley Temple as a little kid and being like, I just shit myself, like doing that kind of shit, you know? Like, it's very, I don't know. That being said, that bitch turns it on the runway every single time. And I do like that she likes, Ariadne got her name from the Ghibli movie. And I love that movie. But yeah, I think overall, Anya did really good. But I really thought that, like, everyone did, like, lukewarm to bad. I did like Lexi, though. Lexi unintentionally being incredibly funny. I did like that. Yeah, Jules did fine. I think in any other Snatch game, Jules probably would have been safe. But because everyone else was so bad, it was like, wow. Like, a fully realized character that, like, maybe was not laugh out loud, like, the most hilarious, but, like, she was committed and never was bad, you know? I did like the comment, like, it's not a pedicure, that's blood. Like, that was very funny to me. But I try not to be too hard on people for Snatch Game, because I know that I would be bottom 3, potentially go home, if I had to do Snatch Game, I think. Because it's just such a weird, like, it seems so hard. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I'd do any better, but, you know, as the armchair judge, a viewer of the TV, I'm just giving my opinion of what I saw. But I don't think I'd do any better, you know? Hello, AZ. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad you like the podcast. Corey was good. They just don't want to put her in the top. I thought Corey was fine, but like they didn't cut to her a lot. They didn't. I don't know if they asked her more than one question. Can't wait for that lady who breaks down Snatch Game. Jinx's Snatch Game was really good because what she said here was really funny. I'm a professional improv actor, and I'm gonna analyze this Snatch Game for you. Okay, so Jinx here, she is pretending to be Judy Garland, and that's really funny because it's a good impression. Acacia doing Trish, but not even like changing her voice at all to do Trish, kind of took me out. Like, it kind of killed me. Because Trish is so like, huh? What? Oh, okay. And Acacia fully being like, hi. It killed me. I was like, she doesn't give a fuck. She did this to get on the podcast, and it worked. And I applaud her. It's so funny. It's so fucking funny. I really liked, there was a clip of Acacia at Roscoe's like 2 weeks ago, and she was like, why am I being called a kumbaya girl? I was voted by everyone in the room to be in the bottom, episode 1, and I took it like a professional. Yet these bitches will cry because they're safe every week. But I'm the kumbaya girl. I was like, you better work, bitch. I love it, because she's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. I think one of my favorite clips is Lana in like episode 2 going to Joella. I'm a big girl. I could take it. And then Joella proceeds to give her opinion. And Lana's like, how could you say that? It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's so funny. I miss Joella so much. She is a local girl. She is a Slasian diva of LA. So the likelihood of me getting to go to a Joella performance is a lot more likely than some of the other queens on this season, just because she lives in LA. So I gotta find out when she's gonna be around. I want to go see her. I want to tip her. I need pictures. Why is everybody crying? Oh my god, it's so good. It's so fucking good. Why are so many people crying? Yeah, Lana was like, Rue was like, oh, you want critiques? Okay, we hate you. Crazy. Like, you shouldn't have asked. It was fucking insane. I'm so glad that Raja on Fashion Photo Review lived for Joella's mattress look, because I've been noticing this a lot on this season. I like when they were critiquing like Susie's amazing clown runway. I'm so over like this idea that like in order to be a drag queen, you have to be hot and sexy and ooze sex and just be cunty and like, it's so annoying and like so limiting, and I thought we were like so beyond that. Like that to me was like, that was season 2 and 3. Like I thought we were long past that. But I feel like we've come back to like everyone needs to be like a fashion girl with like who has like this fierce look, and it's like literally some of the best fucking drag that you could ever see is like somebody dressed as like, I don't know, a can of Coca-Cola. Like that's fierce. Like people, how many times a week do you see someone dressed as Lois Griffin at a drag show going viral on the internet in khakis and a green shirt? Like it's all good, right? So I'm so annoyed that like people didn't appreciate the campness of Joella's mattress look. Like that's fucking hilarious to me. And it's really like they just pick and choose what they want to like. Ooh, this is actually something that I'm genuinely upset about with Drag Race. What the fuck is with Michelle Visage's critiques this season? Michelle is in this era right now where she's just like, she's not even giving critiques. She's just saying she's bored of something. Like, I'm tired of Marie Antoinette. I'm tired of Barbie. I don't like this. That's not a critique. That's not helpful. That's so annoying. And I have so much respect for Michelle Visage. And I don't think Drag Race would be Drag Race without her. Yeah, I forgot the comments about Arietti's makeup. Like, I'm just so sick of the like asking the unique girls for versatility. Where's that comment for someone like Sam Starr? Where's that comment for someone? I'm trying to think who else who would get that. That's like polished and like. I don't think Sam Star needs that critique because she comes out looking amazing every week. Sam Star looks amazing. You wouldn't ask her to change that. So why are you asking Arietti, who also looks amazing? Like, it's only the like alternative girls that get that critique. It's really annoying. Because Sam Star's makeup is a signature, right? She looks incredible every time. But it's not necessarily very avant-garde. Because that's not what she's trying to do. So she wouldn't get that critique. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird. I also really like Sam Star, by the way. I think she could definitely make it to the final 3. I think she's really great. She's always impressing me in, like, every comedy challenge. Yeah, Lana, like, her mug is incredible. She looks beautiful. But it's relatively the same every single time because that's her signature look. That's how you can tell that you're looking at Lana, right? Like it's literally like that's their identity is their makeup. So like and like it's one thing to ask Arietti to like change her makeup, but then to add on like the insult of like I don't want to see I feel like I'm looking at cats every week. Like, actually, fuck you for that. That was so uncalled for. That made me so mad. That was just fucking rude. And dismissive. And it's so weird because, like, it feels like such a recent thing for Michelle to, like, have these kind of critiques. And I don't know if maybe they're just, like, filming too many seasons of Drag Race in a year and she's, like, getting burnt out a little bit. Because I do have such a respect for her. I think that's why the critiques bother me so much, because I'm like, this is just weird to me that she's giving these critiques that are not constructive. They're just opinions. You know, I think that's why it bothers me so much. Because I feel like, for the most part, for the last several seasons, Michelle has done a really good job of being like, here's how we can workshop what you're giving. Because we see the nugget of possibility within you. I gotta reset my systems. Annoying. The amount of times that this show pushes branding onto these people, but then, like, when they have something that's signature about them, they ask them to change it. It's so, like... That's the part of Drag Race that I'm like... I don't think Drag Race needs to be less produced, because part of what makes TV good is that it's produced. Like, people are like, Drag Race is so produced now. No, it's just more obviously overproduced. And the producing choices that they make are not great ones. Like, literally any old Drag Race season, you can tell how overproduced it is by how many times mid-argument their confessional look changes. Drag Race has always been incredibly overproduced. That's why it's good. But I just feel like they've had some really weird things that they do. The new YouTube Drag Race closing being Michelle wants some more non-Emmy nominated gay shit. Traitor. Yes. I haven't watched What You Packin' in a while. I don't think I've watched any of them from this season. I should watch them. Should binge them. They talk in general how bored they are, but come down harsh on anyone who isn't Instagram/pageant. Do you want subversive or not? Yeah, they really they pick and choose the critiques that fit the narrative they want for that arc. Because at the end of the day, Drag Race is like, it's a reality television show first, competition second. Like, it's not actually a pageant. So like, sometimes their critiques don't really make sense logically. They are more for the narrative of the show, and sometimes it's more obvious than others, and that's when it's like a little annoying. I saw there was a rumor that there was a big fight between Hormona and Corey that didn't make it to air, which is very shocking to me because I was kind of surprised with how much at the beginning of the season they were kind of pitting the two against each other in the confessionals, that it didn't amount to anything in the edit. Quinta as the judge was really good though. I thought pretty much I've really liked most of the guest judges this season. What are your thoughts on Spray Paint Gate? I love that it happened. I talked about it a little bit, but the short is that I love that it happened. It's so, like, that's iconic. Like, that will be, like, a point of discussion for Drag Race for at least the rest of the season, potentially years to come, you know? So, like, thank God there's something happening in that workroom, because we went so many seasons without anything of the sort going on. Did anyone else think Hunter Schafer was Dakota Schiffer? I was like, holy shit, well, that's not Dakota Schiffer. I even got Dakota Schiffer dressed as Hunter Schafer on that episode on my TikTok For You page, and I didn't realize it was Dakota Schiffer until I looked at the username. I was like, oh my god, my head hurts. Oh yes, Asia on Pit Stop reminded me how much I want Asia to go back on Drag Race and win, because I really think, if not for the butterflies, I think she could have probably won season 10. I really do. I don't know if there was necessarily ever a world where Aquaria did not win that season, but would have been kind of fierce. I love Asia. I'd love to go see RuPaul's Drag Race Vegas sometime. I've never been to Vegas. I have no interest in gambling, so there's no real reason for me to really go there. But Dallas does like going to a casino, so I would tag along. I think I would enjoy the pretty lights, but I wouldn't spend any money. It wasn't even something that ended up mattering because she could have easily just paint over it, but I loved the fight because of it. Yeah. You should get on Give It To Me Straight. Ugh. No, I'm not strong-willed enough. I do like Maddie Morphosis, though. I played penny games in Vegas and had a blast. I didn't know they had, like, cheap ones like that. That's kind of fun. Maddie will pull up a photo of you when you were 14 that you thought you had erased. I don't know if I can handle that trauma. I know. Speaking of pulling up old photos, them fully doxing Lexi is crazy. Dupa!
Who's number one now?
That's what I said, just like a screenshot. Screenshot of her LinkedIn, her dead name, her last name, and I think maybe even where she works. Like, holy shit. That's so crazy to air on TV like that. So, I don't know. Maybe she approved it, but like, that's wild. Hannah, thank you for the 71 months on tier 3. Thank you, thank you. Ruby wants to come in, and I think she's just about opened the door, so I'll just let her figure it out. I love how much I've fallen in love with Anya on this season, because I didn't really connect with anyone on this season from the promo, the Meet the Queens, besides Corey King, just because I was enamored with how often she referenced Sweet as St. Lucia. I just didn't think like they asked them very interesting questions. And also, I thought Anya's hatred of Animal Crossing was so bizarre. But I've loved, like, how quickly I've just, like, oh, she might be my favorite. It's been so fun. I love it. I love getting to know people. I like how Anya doing well is breaking their brains. I know. And she loves it. Even when she's not the one in the top, if the girls are, like, when Susie was winning for that pink look, Anya was living. She was just like, they're all so mad that Susie's in the top. And I love to see it happen. It was so good. Lana explaining her, like, I wanted to say to you, is the bus still running, was very much giving that one queen on UK that was like, you see, I wanted to reference no more wires hanging because that's the kind of humor Rue likes. And I was like, ugh, this is so awkward. Yeah, Scarlett Harlot, yeah. They should put her on an all-star season. She rubbed everyone the wrong way on her season, and I thought it was so funny. She really betted her doing well on one joke. That's how I would go into it. So I can't blame her. Yes, Tootsie Scooter. I love it. I love that from Kelly Mantle. That's not even like her like reading, like being like, I don't even care enough to know your name. I think she genuinely has such a little idea of what's happening that she fully believes that her name is Tootsie Scooter, which is so funny. I love Kelly Mantle. I think it's very Alyssa saying Paranka. Yes. I don't know if DragCon LA is happening this year. Seems like it's not because of the fires. I don't know. Which is a shame because I had a really good time last year and I wanted to go again this year. And I really want to meet Kelly Mantle. I want to add Kelly Mantle to my diva wall. I need an autographed 8x10. Hi, Rooney. Hi. Hi, Scuba. Hello, Ruby. Did you leave already? No, she's right here. Hi. Oh, a big stretch. Yeah. Oh, the fire's still going. At this point, I don't think so. I haven't heard about them in a few weeks, and we had like 4 straight days of rain, so I can't imagine they're still going. Did my playlist end? It's so hot in here also. Hi. Hello, beautiful girl. Oh, I love you, Ruby. I love you. I love you so much. I know. I'm gonna do a few more encounters, and then I'm going to go because we want to take Ruby and Soda on a walk. We like walking them at nighttime because there's less people on the sidewalk for them to bark at and dogs to interact with, so we do nighttime walks. So I'll probably do like 3 more resets. Can I go too? Get your leash, Diva! They're putting out a new Fortnite skin that's quite literally like a gay pup. It's actually fucking insane looking. I might have screenshotted it. Yeah. That's insane. The leather and everything. Like, that's fucking crazy. This is fetish gear. I will be buying it instantly, so don't worry about that. It's very Folsom Pride, exactly. I'd love to go to that sometime, just because I think it would be so, like, so gay, but, like, I have no interest in going there for the reasons that it is for. Which is to have sex in public. Alright, this will be my last reset. And then we will go walk the dogs. I was originally not even gonna stream today, but I'm glad I did. I just felt so blah today, energy-wise. I was just very busy this week. But I got my 7 p.m. coffee and I am ready to go. Don't people go to just view too? That is true, people do. Most people do. Bye. David is streaming for the first time in like 3 months. So I'm gonna raid him. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I think next time I stream I'll have the crosses hung back up. Hi, Rudy. You ready for a walk, princess? Ready to go out? Baby girl. My sweet girl. Oh, I love her. Bye, everybody. See you soon. Bye!